All right, so first we need to graph a pentagon. So we have our A is at 8, 0, so we go to the right 8, and then we go up 0, so there's our A. Then from here we have our B, which is at 6, -2, so we go to the right 6, and then we go down 2. So there's our B. And we have our C, which is at 6, -6, so we go to the right 6, down 6, so there's our C. And then we have our D, which is at over 4 and down 4, so there's our D. Then finally we have our E, which is to the right 4 and down 0, so here's our E. And then we connect those dots in the order of which it says A, B, C, D, E, so A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and back to A. So that is our original pentagon right here. The next part we need to do is translate it. So we translate it 4 units to the left. So we're going to do that for each of our points. So A, we go 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's our A prime. And then from there we have to do the same for our B. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's our B prime. Then for C, we go 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's our C prime. Same for our D. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's our D prime. Then our E, we go 4 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's our E prime. Then again, we just want to connect those dots together. So A goes to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, back to A. So there's our new prime. So that's after being translated 4 to the left. Then the last part we want to do is we're going to rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. When we go 90 degrees counterclockwise, that is the same as that -y x. So we have to flip the order and then make this value its opposite. And we are doing that on our new figure here. So we have our A prime is at 2, -2. So then when we rotate that, we have to switch positions. So now -2 is here, +2 is here. And then this -2 becomes its opposite, like so. So now that's +2. So now we have to the right 2 and up 2. And that's going to be our new B prime. So that's going to be written with the 2 things for B double prime. What to do is the same for our A prime, which is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. So 4, 0 is going to become 0, 4. Since we can't really make 0 its opposite because it's not really positive or negative, it just stays 0. So we have 0, up 4. So there's our A double prime because it's been transformed twice. So we have our 2 primes. For our C, we were at 2, -6. And we flip those. So now -6 is here, 2 is here. And then we make what was our y value its opposite. So now this will be +6. So then we go to the right 6 and up 2. And there's our new C prime. So C double prime. Then we have D, which is at 0, -4. So flip that order. Now it's -4, 0. And remember, we need to make this value its opposite. So now that's going to be +4. Then we go to the right 4 of 0. So now here is our new D prime. That's our D double prime. Then we have our E prime, which is at 0, 0. So if we rotate it, it will stay there. So now this is also our E double prime. And then the last part is we just connect it like I said before. So A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, back to A. So then here is our figure after it's been rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. And so this is our sequence of transformations because we started with our red figure, we translated that, and then after we translated that translated figure, we rotated. So it's a sequence of transformations because we did one transformation and then a second transformation. But we can see that even though we transformed it twice in two different ways, it still stayed the same size and the same shape. So the answer is yes.